to The Third Act, an educational podcast for entertaining audiences like you.
Theater for the middle class.
I'm your husband host, Jared.
And I'm your wife host, Gracious.
We're glad you're here.
How are you feeling today, Jared, on a scale of melting to sparkling?
I am feeling absolutely baked like a potato, because that is what I had for dinner. And for all my young audiences listening at home who are laughing at the word baked, like a potato. Like a potato and like absolutely nothing else.
Is it because you went tanning today?
I did go tanning. Nope. I just feel like a baked potato. Very happy, warm, loved, and delicious.
You know what baked actually means, though.
I do.
But you're not meaning it in that sense.
I am a potato.
Okay, great.
And there's no other possible reference to which I could be referring
not
to.
At all. I am.
What about you on a scale of melting to sparkling?
Thank you for asking. I am silky.
Ooh.
Oh no, I just feel nice and like smooth and cool and
yeah. Nice. I like it.
For the audience out there, he just gave me a thumbs up. You can't see that. How was your week?
My week was good. This was a while back, but I got proposed to the other weekend. I was doing a party character for an event. I was playing the Cat in the Hat. I read Green Eggs and Ham, and this little 6-year-old came up and told me that we were going to get married, and she invited me to come to her house and we would play games together. And I said, that's very sweet. Let's talk to your father first and see what he has to say about all of this. But it was incredibly sweet. So I got proposed to. I had my debut for the murder mystery that we're doing together.
Yeah.
It went smashingly. Had a blast. And this weekend... last weekend we celebrated your birthday.
We did. I'm 24, ladies and gentlemen. So old.
You're so old.
So old. So this is my shout out to Brianna. You're going to have a great day today. Just wanted to put that out there. But I had a great weekend. There's that.
Great. Do you feel like there was a highlight from the weekend?
Oh my gosh. I mean, we went to see multiple productions this weekend, which was really great.
We did.
We went and saw Oklahoma at our old college. We went and saw A Good Friend in the Prom. It was a great, I don't know. It was just an overall great weekend. I don't know if I could give a best part.
Wonderful. What cake did you have?
I had a red velvet cake, which is my favorite, which Jared knew.
Yeah.
And I had some very good friends coordinate my birthday so that I didn't have to do it myself, which many thanks to Jared and to my other friends who were very lovely and helpful.
You're so welcome. It was our pleasure.
Yeah.
Do you have anything coming up that you're looking forward to?
Do I? I have a couple of concerts coming up in April. I have one concert in New York, which is my New York debut. I'm very excited about that. My mom's coming into town for that, which would be great. I have a date night concert at the Railroad coming up, but that's at the end of April, luckily. So I have more time to prepare because I'm not ready for that one. That
at the Railroad
is more music. Yeah.
Gracious, I'm a new audience member. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, hi. I work at the Strasburg Railroad as a performer. That is my performance job. That's my full-time acting / singing / dancing / performing job. / music directing job. So that is my job.
Got enough slashes?
It should be. But yeah, that's my job, ladies and gents.
Wonderful. Great.
Yeah. So I have that coming up because we always do new stuff at the Railroad. It's random stuff. It's a good time. I'm having a good time.
Good.
Well, for anyone who is new, how did the idea of this podcast come about, Jared?
It all started back when we were in college together. We were young theater majors just trying to make it in the world, and we found it quite difficult to find the resources that we needed when we were auditioning because, I mean, one, like we were busy students. We had a lot going on. And two, we didn't feel like there was anything out there that was available to us that we could use. So we decided to take it upon ourselves and make a podcast for young actors and anyone trying to learn the theater biz. So hopefully this is educational, but hopefully it's also entertaining. Worst case scenario, if it doesn't go well, our grandkids can just make fun of us later down the road.
Right. Hopefully you find this a good resource.
Here's the dealio. If you type Mamma Mia into YouTube, you get an ad for the 2008 Mamma Mia film. If you type Mamma Mia into Google, you get an ad for the 2008 Mamma Mia film. If you type Mamma Mia into ChatGPT, you get... You guessed it, an ad for the 2008 Mamma Mia film. My question is, where's the original musical?
Well, it was obviously overshadowed by Meryl Streep.
Obviously. But that's not what we're talking about today, folks. Today we're talking about Mamma Mia, the musical. Originally performed. Mamma Mia is a jukebox musical featuring the iconic songs of the Swedish pop group ABBA. Gracious, can you shed some light on the topic of a jukebox musical?
Of course. A jukebox musical is a musical that features already existing songs and uses them to tell the story. A lot of the times they'll use music by one specific artist, like Jersey Boys has music from Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons, or we could have What a Wonderful World is on Broadway right now, Louis Armstrong songs, or MJ the Musical with Michael Jackson songs, things like that. They're actually very popular right now.
Quite.
Beautiful. The Carole King musical is one that's going around right now. You could technically call Waitress a jukebox musical, but the music was written for the show, but it was a concept before. So if you're, I don't know, it can get hairy if you're being super specific.
Sure.
Alternatively, they can feature songs by a mix of artists like Rock of Ages, or you could potentially call SpongeBob SquarePants the musical a jukebox musical, but not necessarily. There are a lot of blurred lines there, but all you need to know is that it features existing songs to use them to tell the story. So the songs aren't necessarily written to the story. That's not the point.
Sure. Yeah. And this is Mamma Mia.
And this is Mamma Mia. Mamma Mia, the songs were written before Mamma Mia was a musical.
Correct. One of the things that we're going to be discussing today, we know that Mamma Mia is popular. But the question that I'm going to ask today is it actually a good musical? Everybody does it, but just because it's popular doesn't mean it's good. So to do that, we're going to look at 4 factors. We're going to look at the creators of the show. We're going to look at the characters. We're going to look at the story and the music that goes along with it. And then later we're going to discuss some of the themes that can be found in the musical. Each time we discuss a topic, we're going to vote with a pass or a fail.
If it's a good or a bad musical.
Correct.
Great.
Exactly. And then we'll calculate it. We'll add everything up at the end and see what the score is.
Great.
Because everyone knows that 2 podcasters is the thing that you use to rate whether a musical is good or not.
Of course. We know so much.
So buckle in, folks, because we're going to start by talking about the history of ABBA, the music group. And yes, I looked it up. That is how it's actually pronounced. I found a video. It's the original creators of the band. They're talking about the group, and they say ABBA. Therefore, I say ABBA.
You used to say ABBA.
I did, and then I repented of my ways. I have improved, and I will sin no more.
Great.
It is, in fact, ABBA.
Now we know.
Which is fun because it's a palindrome. Want to know why?
Because it starts with the same part that it
The name
does.
ABBA comes from the first initials of the 4 members of the Swedish pop group. ABBA is an acronym formed from the first letters of their names. Her first member, Agneta Foltskog.
Ooh.
Agneta,
pretty.
so pretty.
Agneta.
So pretty. Followed up next is Bjorn Ulvaeus, Bjorn, with his good friend, Benny Anderson. Remember Bjorn and Benny. We're going to talk about them a lot.
All right.
And then the last member of the group is Annie Fried Lingstad. I believe That's how it looks, so that's what I'm going to say. If I'm saying it wrong and you want to yell at me in the comments, have at it, because I got nothing else going on.
Oh, yeah.
So, Agnieszka, Bjorn, Benny, Annie, all good friends. ABBA formed in the early 1970s. It began with Bjorn and Benny writing music together in the 1960s. Later, they met Swedish singer Agnieszka, who became wife to Bjorn.
Ooh.
Annie was a Norwegian singer, started making music with the group, and that same year married Benny.
You're kidding.
Not at all.
They're all married.
Sweethearts.
They're all buddies.
In return, Benny wrote music for and helped produce her first solo album. Quickly, the group developed a sound that would become an iconic sound known globally. I don't have it in my notes, but you bring it up. They were married buddies, but they didn't all stay married buddies.
Oh.
Divorce does enter the picture later down the road.
That's sad.
But never did they let it get in the way of the art that they've created together.
Good for them.
And they've always been at least on good terms. So, good for them.
Because if it's your your point of, not point of contact, what am I saying? If it's the way that you make money, you got to just get along, you know?
Sure.
I'm afraid
Sure.
if you're coworkers with your spouse and you're very successful in your work, your choice is to leave the group or to stay.
Yeah.
Right.
In 1972, the band formed and made music until 1982. In the span of only 10 years, they made their way into the homes and hearts of the entire world. Paul McCartney, singer and writer for The Beatles, that guy, made a statement when ABBA approached the American market. Care to read what he said?
Absolutely. They deserve all the success they have had and a lot more besides. It is far from easy for a foreign group to make it big in the States, but I am quite confident that ABBA will be successful.
Successful they were. But why? Why were they so successful? Even Bjorn admits he doesn't know why the band was so successful. Now I'm just repeating myself. How many times can I say the word successful all over again? While other bands hid demonic messages or lamented the death of Paul in their music or addressed the niche audience, ABBA's dedication to the transparency and purity of reciprocal sound provided a bridge from the earnestness of the 60s to the pure awesomeness of the 80s. Put simply, their songs had great melodies and terrific words. They could even be sung by anyone, even around a simple campfire.
They're pretty great songs, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'm a little biased, but it's pretty fun. We would often listen to them whenever we were on family road trips going on vacation to like
Nice.
Florida or the Poconos. So, happy memories. I have a few important dates for you to remember. Write these down. In 1999 was the London debut of Mamma Mia the musical. During its run, it became the 6th longest running show on London's West End. 2001, Mamma Mia made its Broadway debut. You want to guess for how many years it ran?
9.
9 years? 14 years, my friends.
Oh, goodness.
14 years, making it the 9th longest running show on Broadway.
That's very funny. The 9th longest, and I said 9. I
Yeah.
didn't even read that. Look
Yeah.
at me go.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Yeah. In 2008, as we already discussed, Universal Studios produced the movie Mamma Mia and became the #1 movie in the U.S. that year. And since then, we've got a Mamma Mia 2, and they're hinting at a #3.
Are they? Wow.
Popped up on Google News,
All right.
the source of all truth and knowledge.
Of course.
Usually mine's
Well,
just flooded with Lego pages.
Mamma Mia rocks. I'm a fan. I'm
very
quite
good.
a fan of the film.
It's very good. The musical came to fruition under the idea of theater producer Judy Kramer. After seeing the 1983 musical Chess, for which Bjorn and Benny also wrote the music.
That's crazy, actually. That Chess and Mamma Mia were written by the
The
same
same
people.
people?
Those
I
are very
know.
different styles. That's for sure.
Yeah. Judy Kramer had this to say. First, I had to approach Benny and Bjorn, who were understandably a little unsure of my intentions. I explained that the project I had in mind would focus on a new and exciting story. It wouldn't be a tribute show or the ABBA story, but a truly original book musical. They weren't 100 convinced at the time, but they didn't absolutely close the door, so I took hope. Kramer then recruited playwright Katherine Johnson to write the book and took on... How do you pronounce that first name?
Phillida? Maybe? Phillida Lloyd?
Phillida... Oh, that sounds right. Phillida Lloyd. We're going to go with that one. She was the director of the original London production. I just gave you 3 names. Do you notice what those
Catherine,
3 names
and
have in
Phillida.
common?
They're all female.
Female creators.
Which is great for Mamma Mia.
I know. A show about women, for the women, by the women.
Right.
Absolutely. So, there you go. There you have it. I think this is really important. We're going to talk about it more later, but remember that thought. Hold on to it. When Mamma Mia opened on Broadway at the Winter Garden Theater, it was 1 month after the 9/11 attacks. And the infectious joy and fun on stage at the Winter Garden Theater gave New York City exactly what it needed, a musical escape.
That's actually very impressive because I know several musicals that opened that same year that totally flopped because people weren't coming in to visit New York anymore.
Yeah.
That was probably purely, not maybe entirely, but mostly just New York residents that went to see that show.
At least originally, yeah.
And if it still went that well and ran for 14 years. Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
Absolutely. Oh, let's see. Just some other facts that I wasn't able to tie in. The title is taken from the group's 1975 chart topper, Mamma Mia.
Very good.
The name comes from there. Benny and Bjorn were involved in the development of the show from the beginning. And while singer Annie was involved financially in the production, she also appeared at many of the premieres around the world.
Very nice.
Yeah. So that's how it came to be. What do you think? Pass or fail?
I mean, so far from just the creation, it sounds like it's going to be a pass.
Yeah, I agree. It's a pass for me.
I think if it did that well, then it's pretty dang good.
Yeah. Shall we continue?
We shall.
Fantastico. Next, we're going to talk about the characters in our musical.
Yay! I like them. They're
I do too.
Cool.
Can I have you read off the first one?
Absolutely, I will. We have Donna Sheridan, our heroine. The protagonist, a single mother and the owner of a taverna on a Greek island. She is Sophie's mother and has a mysterious past with 3 potential fathers.
It's true. Did you know, I have to say, Judy McLean. She is, last I checked, the longest running principal in the 13-year global history of Mamma Mia. Look her up.
How long did she run?
Multiple roles.
Oh,
but
so she jumped around to different roles. That's super cool.
She did. But while performing at the Winter Garden Theater, her name is synonymous with that run.
Good for her.
Because she's been a part of it for so long. So anyway, she did. I was listening to a podcast. She did an interview. I don't remember what it's called, but I'll link it down below in the show notes. Go listen to it. She had phenomenal things to say, both about her history, her influence.
She probably knows the show very well, I'm sure.
I'm sure she does. So, and she's just a wonderful individual. So you should go look her up.
Great.
I had to give her a shout out. And if she ever wants to put her signature on my back, I guess that'd be okay. I wouldn't be upset.
That is a little weird, Jared.
How many people can say Judy McLean signed their back? It'd just be me. Just me.
Who knows? Maybe someone got it at the stage door one of these nights.
Doubt it. Next up is Sophie Sheridan. She's our romantic lead. You know those.
I know those very well.
I know, as we're both romantic leads. What up?
Yeah.
Sophie is Donna's daughter, who's getting married to her guy, Sky. She wants her father to walk her down the aisle and invites the 3 men from her mother's past to her wedding without telling her mother. She has an adventurous spirit Even though she pursues a conventional marriage, she's often a dancer and a strong mover, and obviously a great singer.
Has to be.
Has to be. Yeah. Can you do our next guy?
Yeah, this is our other romantic lead, Sky, who was just mentioned. He serves as Sophie's romantic partner and love interest in the story. He embodies qualities of love, loyalty, and support as he stands by Sophie's side and prepares for their wedding. So the story revolves around their wedding, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, absolutely. Quick side note, as we're discussing these characters, one thing that I love about the characters in Mamma Mia is the fact that these characters can pretty much be played by anyone. They're not really bound by shape, size, height, ethnicity, nationality.
Maybe age.
I'd probably age just because sequentially it needs to make sense.
Right.
You can't have a Donna who's younger than a Sophie, but for the most part,
that's true.
It's up for anyone to play.
Yeah.
Which I really appreciate and really
cool.
admire. So have at it, folks. There's a character out there for everyone.
You can play Sky too. Maybe gender as well. Maybe I shouldn't be going around playing Harry.
I don't know.
You know?
I think you could. I think you could do it. Yeah.
All right.
I could see it.
Next audition, going in for Bill.
Do it. So here's the thing. Next up, we have Tanya and Rosie. These are Donna's best friends, and they're often seen as the comedic relief for the show.
Great.
Along with being her best friends, Tanya and Rosie are also her former bandmates. They come to the island for Sophie's wedding and get wrapped up in the drama of the three potential fathers. Together, the three friends made up Donna and the Dynamos.
Yeah.
Rosie writes and runs a feminist press, and Tanya always has her hands in someone else's business.
That's her job. Her job is to have her hands
title.
in other people's business.
The business handler. Yeah. Following them up, we have Lisa and Allie, who are the best buddies.
Best buddies.
Sophie's friends who arrive to be her bridesmaids. These individuals are very energetic, very kooky, impulsive, and fun. Often, they are strong dancers.
It's very fun that Donna has her own two friends, and then Sophie has
her
hers.
own two friends.
Yeah.
Very fun.
Like mother, like
Very
daughter.
fitting.
Is that what they're trying to say?
I think so. You know what makes it even better? We're now going to introduce the three fathers.
Oh, because there's
So
three
again,
of them as well. Always
of
in
them.
threes.
Always in threes.
Does Sky have two buddies?
He has like 9.
Oh, 9. That's way too many.
Way too many buddies.
Join the club, Sky.
Get
of
it together.
Having 3. Yeah, that's all.
Yeah.
Get it together.
Can you read off our first guy?
Absolutely. Sam Carmichael is our hero type. He is potential father number 1. He's a successful architect and had a vibrant relationship with Donna in the past. Charming, a singer, wants to do right. A singer. Does that mean that the character himself is a singer, or that if you're auditioning to be Sam, you need to be a singer?
The latter.
Gotcha. He's not, he didn't come to perform to the island or anything. He's not a performer.
Nope.
It's not part of the character description.
Nope.
Great.
He's an architect.
Great.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I just said he's an architect. That's silly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next up, we have Bill. Often the adventurer type. So keep that in the back of your noggin. Potential father number 2. He is a travel writer and an adventurer who had a brief fling with Donna. He's often portrayed as being comedic, unattached, and very good-natured.
Very nice.
Yeah. And lastly, we have Harry. Harry Bright, often portrayed as an intellectual. Potential father number 3. He's a British banker, an adventurer who had a summer romance with Donna. As I said before, British, wealthy, buttoned up, and conservative, but trying to make lasting impressions. Connections.
Same word. What are you talking about?
Okay.
Same thing.
So, Sam, Bill, Harry.
Great.
Question for you, my love. If we're to take these 3 individuals and put them in a cage match, the 3 possible fathers, who do you think would win?
Oh, definitely Bill.
Why?
I don't know. He just seems like the punching type.
The punching type? Is
Yeah.
it just because he's an adventurer?
No, it's also just the way that he's portrayed. Yeah, maybe it is because he's an adventurer.
Okay.
You know, I feel like he's been through some things. He's seen some things. He knows how to fight.
Sure.
I feel like Harry's a little weakling.
Do you think he just collapsed like first punch and he's out?
Yeah, for sure.
Here's the thing. I think Sam would put up a really good fight, but ultimately, I agree. I do think that Bill would come out victorious.
Yeah. Well, because Bill travels. Yeah, he's a travel writer.
Mm-hmm.
So he's seen some things. You know, he knows how to fight. He probably knows boxing and Tai Chi and karate.
Taekwondo.
And Taekwondo. Oh, is Tai Chi just like... Is Tai Chi even a fighting type?
I don't know.
I don't even...
We're too pacifist. we know nothing when it comes to the martial arts.
So we all agree. It's Bill. Obviously, who wins.
Of course.
Great.
What do you think? We have our... Oh, I should also say, there is a powerful, vibrant ensemble that comes with every production of Mamma Mia. And they quite literally help to make up the location, the story, and the emotion. So...
They're probably the most important part.
I think so.
Probably.
Usually at least the most entertaining part.
Oh, for sure.
Of every production. So what do you think? These are our characters. Pass or fail?
Definitely a fail. Because
Why?
Because Sky has 9 buddies instead of 2. It really
and that's your reason.
Really ruins it for me.
Care to die on that hill?
Yup.
Okay.
At least for this section. This section does not get a pass.
I think it's a pass because we have quite an array of healthy, dynamic characters covering all aspects of life and do not agree with the beliefs of my counter co-host. But whatever. Okay, so it's a pass and a fail for the characters.
It's gotta all be in 3s, and then frickin' Sky messed it up.
Yeah, what's 9? 3 times 3.
Big brain time.
And that was the most math I have done in like the past 4 months.
Probably since college, honestly.
Probably.
Yeah. Oh, maybe since tax season, which was last week. But, you know, whatever.
Our audience is going to be so confused because by the time they hear this, like they're already done with all their taxes.
This is coming out on Monday.
Is it?
Yeah.
Shoot. Dude, I just write the scripts, okay? I'm not in charge of all that kind of stuff.
So, tangent story time. This is our second time recording this podcast.
Nope. Tangent story time. This is our third time.
This is our third time. We recorded it once last year when we were going to do this podcast, and then it never happened, and we never put anything out. And then we recorded it again last week.
But I made a goof.
Yeah. Didn't press save. Was like, it's fine. I'll just go to the gym and leave it on my computer. Did not save. Did not save. Ladies and gentlemen, please press save on your project or you will regret it. Anyway, so yes, this is coming out on Monday.
Cool.
So
good to know.
If you are in the depths of tax season, good luck. We love you. We support you. We just paid our tax. Actually, I need you to sign the check so that we can send them off. But
hey,
we're about to pay our taxes. Woo!
Yeah. Hey, if you love me, can you do 2 things for me?
Yes.
1, can you pass me my water bottle?
I guess.
Thank you. And 2, can you discuss stories and music with me? Because I want to talk about the story to Mamma Mia.
Yeah, of course. What if I said no? What would you do?
All right, folks. Thanks for joining us. That's all we have today. No. I'd probably just close out the podcast.
You don't get to know the story, actually.
So, here's the thing. Before we actually get into the plot and music of Mamma Mia, I have to tell you a story. Because there is some drama associated with the musical. Various reviewers have noted a similarity in the plot between Mamma Mia and the 1968 film Buenos Aires, Mrs. Campbell, which is also about a woman who does not know which of 3 men is the father of her daughter, who is now a young woman. Some have even claimed that Mamma Mia is officially based on the film. Critic John Simon speculated that Mamma Mia is set in Greece and not in Italy to make the connection to the film less obvious. However, Katherine Johnson, writer of the book for the musical, has denied being inspired by Buonasera, Mrs. Campbell.
It's also a little sus that Mamma Mia's title is Italian. Mamma Mia, you know.
A little bit, and yet never
Little
sung
sus.
in an Italian accent.
That's true.
Also, it has been probably months since I've heard the word sus used, and I am immensely proud of you. That's very funny.
Thank you.
ABBA never had one style of music. Their songs were portrayed in a large variety, a plethora, if you will, of musical styles and varieties. Therefore, their songs lend themselves to a colorful musical theater masterpiece.
Very nice. Yeah, it is colorful, that's for sure. But that might be the direction.
True.
You know, so
True,
much
true,
color
true, true.
on stage with all the
Oh, yeah.
costumes and the lights.
Mm.
Helps that it's set. Well, it's set in the 70s, right? No,
it
it's
doesn't
set
say.
probably in like
It's whenever you
the
want
80s
it to be.
or 90s. But Donna and the Dynamo.
In the Domino's.
Donna
Donna and
and
the
the
Domino's
Domino's?
Pizza.
They wear those like 70s cool outfits. Yeah, so their band was in the 70s. So we can probably assume that this is in the 80s or 90s. I don't know what the timeline is.
Depends how
If it
old
doesn't
Sophie
say what
is.
Depends on how old Sophie is.
How legal do you want to be with the story? As the overture sweeps through the theater, the lights rise on a picturesque Greek island set, a vision of whitewashed walls and cerulean blue. From stage left, Sophie enters at a run, clutching 3 envelopes, her energy infectious. With a hopeful glance towards the audience, she drops them into the post, setting in motion a chain of events that will change everything. The ensemble stirs, a chorus of whispers and knowing glances as she reveals the names of the men she just invited: Sam Carmichael, Bill Austin, and Harry Bright.
Pretty good start to a musical, I will say.
As she thinks through I Have a Dream. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Check out these lyrics. I have a dream, a song to sing, to help me cope with anything. If you see the wonder of a fairy tale, you can take the future, even if you fail.
I believe in
Donny Osmond? Question mark? I don't know. It's just in my head. You hear it read out loud, and it sounds like very much a Donny Osmond moment. We see setting the stage
Does it
for the
sound like
entire
Donny
show.
Osmond, or does it sound like Joseph and Joseph
Donny
and the
Osmond.
Amazing Technicolor Dream?
Donny
Oh
Osmond.
my gosh, I cannot speak today.
Donny Osmond.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. From upstage, a flurry of movement signals the arrival of Lisa and Allie, Sophie's closest friends. Their reunion is quick, bright, and buzzing with pre-wedding excitement. After all, tomorrow's the big day. But as the 3 collapse onto center stage, actually, I don't think that's right. Synopsis. I don't think the wedding is the next day. That can't be right.
No, that is it.
The next day?
Yeah.
Okay, so she's just telling us that she's invited them and they're set to come.
This all happens in the 2. Yeah, probably the overture happens previously.
Okay.
Overture is maybe like a memory or something.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. So this is another one of those shows where the plot takes place in 24 hours,
I think so.
which is a crazy rule.
It's been a rule since the beginning, man. I don't know, since
Sure.
Greek theater.
Yeah. But you know how much work it takes to plan a wedding? Do you know
Well, they probably,
the stress?
No, but they probably already planned it. That's the idea. It's just honey happens the day before the wedding. Right? Yeah.
But that's when they arrive.
Yeah, people arrive the day before the wedding all the time.
But what flowers is everyone going to wear? Gracious, who's going to be sitting next
they
to who?
probably
Who's
already
what
pla-
music's
Oh
going to
my
be
gosh,
played?
They probably already planned it.
I'm trying to advocate for the bride who has so much pressure on
Well,
her.
she seems like she's having a good time.
Sophie's having the time of her life.
Maybe Donna's stressed out.
Ooh, wouldn't you like to know? Nah, here's the thing though, right? So Sophie wants her father to walk her down the aisle, but she doesn't know which one is her father.
Mm-hmm.
Thus, she's invited all three men to the islands because it must be one of them. So, anyways, we get a lot of exposition during Honey Honey, if that wasn't already
Honey, how
made clear.
Honey, honey.
Question to you, Gracious. If you were to write a song about your day and you're only allowed 3 repeating words, what would the title of your song be?
Sleepy.
Sleepy, sleepy, sleepy.
That's kind of a mouthful, but yeah, I stand by it.
You stand by it?
Sleepy, sleepy, sleepy.
There you go. For me, today was a wild day at the mental health office. I would probably put it down as drama.
Drama, drama, drama.
And then at some point you would have to rhyme with the word llama. Enter Donna. From stage right she appears, flustered, strong, and utterly unaware of the plan unfolding around her. The owner of this rustic island inn. Donna's got far too much on her plate to suspect Sophie's schemes. With a grand, sweeping gesture, she welcomes her lifelong friends, Tanya and Rosie, and in an instant, the chemistry of Donna and the Dynamos crackles to life once more. But there's no time for nostalgia. Business is struggling, and as Donna launches into money, 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 the stage bursts into action. Workers, guests, and bills piling up as she battles the never-ending demands of keeping the tavern afloat. Can we highlight the fact that nobody ever works in a musical?
Never.
They just do a singular task and then just bust out into song for the next few hours. Like, who's making money? Who's getting paid in here?
Apparently she's not.
That's true. That's true. Donna's not. And then they arrive. From multiple entrances, Sam, Bill, and Harry step onto the stage, each man carrying a piece of Donna's past and, unbeknownst to them, Sophie's future. The moment they meet, an undercurrent of recognition ripples through the space. Before Sophie sweeps in, wide-eyed and trying to maintain her composure. The tension builds as the men swap pleasantries, but then Harry spots a familiar guitar. He picks it up, plucks a note, and suddenly the moment softens. As thank you for the music begins, Sophie and Harry share an unexpected harmony. The stage momentarily transformed into a father-daughter duet. Neither realizes they're having. Any thoughts on this song piece? On this piece?
It's a beautiful song.
Truly. It really
I'm a huge
is.
fan.
As am I. Such a fan that this was actually the song that I danced to with my mother at our wedding. It was our mother-son dance. So
Very sweet. It was very nice.
Shout out to Mom. Love you. Hope you're having a great day. You ready? Because next up,
For the titular song.
for the titular song, Mamma Mia. Just as Sophie is about to whisk the 3 men away, Donna enters. The air shifts, electric, uncertain. A sharp intake of breath, a pause that hangs for just a beat too long. Then, with the first chords of Mamma Mia, Donna's emotions take center stage as her past romances come back to haunt her as she grapples with the arrival of her 3 ex-lovers. I have to tell you, were you? No, you weren't with us. I saw this performed at a regional theater. And when they get to this song, when they're going through the chorus of the song, the ensemble members, everyone's, because like everyone's on stage participating in this conversation. And so when it gets to their part, they jump in. They're all on chairs. The chairs are all on these swivel wheels. All the ensemble members at one point grab onto the back of everyone's chairs, and then they move and maneuver around the stage in a snake-like pattern. Very fun. Very entertaining. It looked like everyone was having way too much fun up on the stage. So I'm not saying that it has to be done in every production, but it was really new and fun and exciting.
Yeah.
And added to the chaos of everything that was going on, it didn't take away. So It was really fun. And
So
I had
finding
to,
a creative way to do it.
correct. I had to give them a shout out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Shall we continue?
We shall.
Because the plot never stops. Backstage, the band swells as Tanya and Rosie rush in, a blur of sequins and concern, launching into Chiquita in a comedic
That's a good song.
yet heartfelt attempt to console their old friend. That's console, right? That's the word?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. But Donna's revelations keep coming. She confesses that despite what she's always claimed, she doesn't actually know who Sophie's father is. The weight of it presses down, but Tanya and Rosie refuse to let Donna wallow for long. With a flourish, they pull her back into the spotlight, summoning the fearless, fun-loving dynamo she used to be. So, yeah, I think Chiquita, I never gave it enough emphasis or attention. It serves as a very important moment in the story.
Well, and you need ballads in between the bops, too.
You do. This is true.
Not that ballads aren't bops. They're just a different kind of bops.
Yeah.
You need those slower songs to break up the...
Yeah.
Because you can't have a showstopper for every single song. Right?
You can't. Although, if you want to talk about showstoppers, you have to talk about Dancing Queen. The stage explodes into full disco with the sheer joy of Dancing Queen. Donna is lifted, literally and figuratively, into the infectious energy of the number, reclaiming a part of herself she thought was long gone. The original costumes often used references from the band ABBA and all of their popular music videos as a way of paying homage to the band that started it all. Originally, the Dynamos can be seen wearing fabulous disco outfits in yellow, orange, and red. But since that time, I think like every color known to mankind has been used to create these costumes. But they're always so fun.
Oh, for sure. My I think I told you, but I called my mom this week, and apparently my little sister Charity, who is this little baby 8-year-old. She's 8 years old now, but she has Down syndrome. Her favorite song right now is Dancing Queen.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
That's adorable.
Yeah, she walked into kindergarten at first grade. She's in, oh my gosh, time flies. She walked into first grade singing it just the other day. It was very fun.
That's really fun.
So it still lands with the kids even now.
Yeah. Lay all your love on me. Sky and Sophie talk about their relationship and everything that they want to be. At the end of the song, Sky is swept away, literally hoisted off the stage by his mates for his stag night, leaving Sophie standing center stage.
By all the
dudes with the flippers.
It's
true. Yeah. This leaves her with the weight of her secret plan hanging over her. But no time for second thoughts. The lights shift, the energy crackles, and suddenly we're at Sophie's hen night. The stage erupts in pulsing lights and glittering nostalgia as Donna and the Dynamos make their grand return, decked out in the shimmering ensembles, commanding the space with Super Trooper. And it's here that an exciting event takes place in the show. One that I can't tell you about, but you can go see it and find out for yourself.
Oh, not even going to tell them what happens.
Nope. Not my job, not my responsibility. Gracious, do you need a break for Act 2? Chance to stretch your legs, get some popcorn, some drinks?
I don't know. Popcorn and drink sounds pretty great.
I know. Unfortunately for us, we have to keep going. From here, the production barrels towards its emotional climax. I'm skipping some songs, by the way, if that wasn't obvious. They're not every. We can't talk about every song. I'm hitting the important parts. Donna and Sophie clash. Sky questions everything. And Sam, Bill, and Harry each grapple with the roles that they may or may not play in Sophie's life. Oh, may or may not play in Sophie's life.
Could not figure out what that sentence was.
Donna, left alone in her taverna, reflects in the hauntingly beautiful One of Us. The lighting pulling her into an intimate, almost isolated world. Sam appears, and the two face their past head-on in SOS, their voices overlapping in a complex mix of nostalgia and unresolved emotions.
So it is, in fact, SOS. It's a call for help. That's
Oh,
what
yeah.
I'm hearing. Is this
Absolutely.
everybody
In the most
needs a
literal
call for
sense
help.
of the word.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gracious. If you, being a director, had to wake up your audience and make sure that they were entertained and awake, what would you put into your show?
Lots of glitter, lots of big dancing, maybe some belting right in their faces. You know the shtick. Yeah. All
Yeah.
that.
Absolutely.
It's Be Real time.
Quick. In the song, Does Your Mother Know?, Tanya fends off the advances of Pepper, a young admirer, while asserting her independence and confidence. And this is where I have to put in a plug. In 2016, I went and saw a production of Mamma Mia at the Barter Theater. During this song, the actor playing Pepper did push-ups shirtless with the actor playing Tanya on his back. And it was basically the hottest thing I've ever seen. And they have a video of it, and it's located in our show notes. Check it out.
It's pretty impressive. That's actually very impressive.
Yeah. What a way to get your audience's attention and make sure that they're fully focused in the moment. Ugh, fantastic. Goals. You ready to change the scene a little bit?
Yeah, let's do it.
Our last summer. Harry reminisces about his past romance with Donna and grapples with his feelings of nostalgia and longing in an incredibly sweet, incredibly romantic, and very meaningful song, Our Last Summer. Oh no. Do you have any thoughts on that song?
I think that's another one of those songs that's a little softer and quieter and a little more ballady. It's a nice break from the hardcore singing and dancing. And I don't know, it's just very sweet and reminiscent. It's a good one.
I think it's a great example of the power of the lyrics that ABBA used in all of their music, right? It's incredibly simple, and yet so effective. And it, even if you've never heard this song before, I would say that you could probably feel like it's calling to some past memory or some past feeling that you've had at one point in your life or another.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody loves a good reminiscing.
Yeah.
Especially in musicals.
Yeah. In a beautifully staged, emotionally rich rendition of Slipping Through My Fingers.
Oh.
Yeah.
I love that song.
Donna helps Sophie into her wedding dress. The two caught in a moment of love, loss, and... I should stop writing words that I can't pronounce. Inevitability,
yeah.
Inevitability, ladies and gentlemen. This is the song where Sophie asks her mother, Donna, to be the one that gives her away at her wedding.
Oh.
A sweet moment for anyone.
And she knows who her mom is. That's sweet.
Yeah.
Her mom is the one who raised her.
The one who raised her, the one that she knows and
Right.
trusts the most. Yeah. But that moment quickly gives way to The Winner Takes It All, a power ballad moment, as Donna and Sam, away from the others, confront their unresolved feelings and painful memories, acknowledging the bittersweet nature of their past relationship.
That's a really good one.
Yeah. I really want to see you sing that one someday.
Yeah?
I mean, I know, like, you can sing it today, but like, I want to see you like, perform it on a stage within the show.
Oh, of course.
That'll be the day. I'll just be
Donna, I need to play Donna one of these
wiping
days.
away the tears. So proud.
That one is the ultimate power ballad, I think.
You stand by that?
Yeah.
Okay. There you have it, ladies and gents. Yeah. Again, Mamma Mia is not one to sit on one idea for too long.
Nope.
They change it up again with Take a Chance on Me. You've seen the show, right?
Take a chance. No.
Never?
I've seen the movie about 8 times or more.
You've never seen it performed live?
Never seen it performed live.
I have failed you
I know.
in my husbandly duties.
I know. How dare you?
I'm so sorry. Really? I didn't know this.
Never
Oh my
seen
gosh.
it. Nope. I've seen the movie so many times.
Sure.
I think I saw it when it first came out, and I've seen it at least 5 times since. But
I
love the film.
I will repent of my ways. I will do better.
Let's go
and I will
find a
take
place
you
to see it.
Yeah, we're doing it this weekend. Cancel your plans.
Oh, okay, great.
Because here's the thing. You need to see the scene. Take a chance on me.
I mean, but it is in the
As Rosie
film, but...
playfully pursues Bill, expressing her affection and desire for a deeper connection with him. And I would be remiss if I didn't talk about the counter melody or the ostinato, the take a chance, that bit.
Take a chance, take a chance.
So
take a
fun.
chance.
Genius.
It's pretty good.
Anyways, it's a hilarious moment. And then stuff happens. And again, I can't tell you about it.
Happened before.
I know, but I can't tell you about it.
You're talking about stuff that you can't talk about yet.
Yeah. Because you're going to have to go see it for yourself and see what happens. So, there. But I can tell you that we wrap up the show with I do.
I feel like you could figure out what happens in that song.
You think?
Yeah.
You think you could? You really should go see it.
it
I don't know. It's so fun. It plays out so. It's the like that quintessential theater feeling when everything comes crashing together in a way that's too perfect.
Yeah.
But yet just right so that it's entertaining for you as an audience member, but could never actually play out in real life.
Those are the best musicals, aren't
Best
they?
musicals.
When they couldn't happen in real life.
Best moments.
Yeah.
So fun. I apologize as I spit into my microphone. As Sophie and Sky sail into the unknown, the cast reassembles for a spectacular audience-rousing finale, bringing down the house with Mamma Mia, Dancing Queen, and Waterloo.
Oh, those medleys right at the end.
Yeah, that's how they get you
every time.
The curtain falls on a standing ovation, the energy of ABBA still pulsing through the air, ensuring that, long after the final bow, the magic and music of Mamma Mia live on.
You know, I think I told you this one time, but when I worked at Fulton as a crew member, one of the questions that was asked over radio to everyone in the crew on South Pacific was if you could do one show over and over and over again, you could only do one show for the rest of your life, what would it be? More than half of the people answered Mamma Mia. Just because it's everything you want in a musical. It's fun. The music, even though it's super catchy, doesn't get that tiring. You know?
Yeah.
It's one of those.
This is true. So, that's the story. What do you think? Pass or fail?
I think that's a pass. It's got to be a pass.
Great. I also think it's a pass for the record. So, real quick, before we let everybody go, I would like to discuss some of the themes that we find in Mamma Mia, the musical. Yeah, do you have any thoughts, Gracious?
The themes in Mamma Mia, I mean, I think it's a theme of family relationships and mother-daughter relationships. I think that's the overarching theme that I get from it, at least, are the relationships in Mamma Mia.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I mean, because there are friendships, there are familial relationships, there are new relationships. Like, she just meets her potential dads, right?
Yeah.
I think that's a huge one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I agree. I think along with that, it discusses the idea of age, right? Age is contrasted with the vibrancy of youth against the reminiscence of age.
Yeah.
All of which is featured in a modern musical using music from the disco era. How fun is that? I think... we explore the topic of feminism. Both in life and in theater, right?
Yeah.
We talked about this earlier with the powerhouse of women that created the show in the first place. But it goes even further than that, I would think, because it features strong female protagonists living in a strong female power community.
There aren't very many of those shows.
There's not a lot of them, and we need more.
Yeah.
We need more. It goes through the theme of single motherhood, and it breaks the familial stereotype, right? There can still be happiness and love, even if it isn't the ideal picture of family that we're often fodder fed through a tube. Female sexuality is praised, not degraded. Donna, her friends refuse to shame her for her promiscuity, but rather support her through it, acknowledging the work and the effort that Donna put into her relationship with her daughter Sophie and the glorious life that they both lead. That's the word I wanted. And it celebrates the highlights of female friendship.
Yeah.
I also think it's a great show that breaks down the difference between want and need. And it does this through some of its main characters. Stay with me on this, okay? Donna wants independence and self-sufficiency, running her hotel, raising her daughter on her own, but actually, Donna needs to reconcile with her past relationships and find closure. Sophie wants to discover the identity of her father, have him walk her down the aisle at her wedding, thus seeking a complete family, but actually, Sophie needs to affirm her own identity and independence, separate from her father and mother figures. Sam wants to reconnect with Donna and recapture the fun puppy love they once had, but actually needs to confront his mistakes, let go of the past, and build a new relationship.
There's some really great points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I like that.
I think it's really fun. And it does it all by being probably the best jukebox musical ever written in the history of musical theater.
I would stand by that as well.
Yeah.
I think I agree with that. There also aren't very many jukebox musicals that are book musicals.
True. Yeah.
A lot of them are telling the story or the biography of the person that wrote them, right? Which is great. But Mamma Mia is kind of unique in that way.
Yeah. So what do you think? Pass or fail?
I'm going to give it a pass. I have to give it an overall pass. I guess I got to go back to the characters and give that a pass.
Oh, you're backing
too.
up.
Yeah. I guess so.
Okay.
Now that you see what the characters go through, I guess
Sure.
they get a pass.
Okay. It's a pass for me. So that's a solid 8 out of 8.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, there you go. Mamma Mia the musical. It really is just fun. Whatever you're celebrating, whatever walk of life you're in. I can't think of a reason why Mamma Mia wouldn't be the perfect musical to go see.
It's an absolute like it would cheer you up if you're in a bad mood.
Yeah.
It would keep you in a good mood if you're in a good mood.
Would you
but
say
it would
it's a
also
banger?
make you feel something. Oh, it is an absolute banger.
An absolute banger.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. If you enjoyed what we had to say, give us a like.
If you enjoy what we're making, give us a follow.
If you think what we have to say could be enjoyable for someone else, give us a share.
If you have something to share or say, please email us at thethirdAct64@gmail.com. It will be linked below. We hope you'll join us next week. In the meantime, we know some of you have auditions, rehearsals, or performances, so go do something in the sunlight because it's sunny now and
break
a
leg. Woo! Third
Fair.
time's the charm.
All right.
How many times do you have?
Gotta happen this time.